Hi, hello, and welcome to yet another episode of IPL Tidbits with Sid, Kash, Shash, and as we said in the last show itself, we have got Jazz, okay, our super cricketer, our super expert from Delhi. Yeah, here, down, Sid. Yeah. Hi, Jazz, welcome. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thanks. I hope our viewers and everyone in panel is safe.
Yes, so that's what we
Yeah,
hope.
we also hope the same. Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
definitely, guys. As we already mentioned in one of the previous episodes, stay safe, stay healthy, and that is definitely the need of the hour. All right, guys, we are going to talk a lot about yesterday's match in the day that was. All right, just wanted to start with the toss, okay? So this guy David
Hmm.
want to wins the toss. Okay, I mean everybody thought it was a no-brainer that they would want to chase. Okay, and he elected to bat, and he said, "You know what? We haven't done that before. That's what we wanted to try." But we know the real reason is they've lost a lot of matches. என்னடா? wait. Okay, so here is my kid.
Hey,
Yeah,
He,
yeah,
he had a point.
Hi.
yeah. No, he wanted to give me this frisbee. Okay. Say it,
He likes SRH. That's why he got that orange.
yeah.
He's
Disappointed.
a future orange cap holder also.
Orange cap
Yeah.
holder. Yeah. That's why he got the frisbee and stuff. Okay, guys. All right. So, and we know the reason, okay, because like they haven't been chasing very well. So, and just this is the interesting thing, right? He scores a 50 and he comes out and apologizes for scoring that 50. Okay, like for playing so slow, and he says like probably that's what cost the match. So talk about that innings, just it was strange
actually, that
innings.
was a different Warner what we saw yesterday. This is not the Warners we know.
Mhm.
So he was struggling, like hitting the ball, middling it. So it was very tough for him initially. But later on, when he completed his 50. Initially, he got two hits, but that was so late
Mm.
because he have already played more than 15 overs.
Yeah. So
So
Sid,
that
have you ever felt
that's
like that? Like sometimes you just want to get out, no? Like you're better off
yeah.
getting out. Yeah,
Yes.
rather than being there struggling and everybody watching you. I mean, have you ever played any innings like that?
Uh,
Uh,
at least
I did, but
both Jazz
see,
and I have had the situations where we wanted to get out, but then it's not happening. When they
Yeah.
put the hair out, we literally stood and looked at the bowler. Bowler just comes down. He's bowled wide. So we're like, oh,
Like,
Yeah.
no, we don't want you get you out.
Yeah, that's what, no? I mean, people start dropping catches and all of that. But
it
Shash,
happens. It happens.
yeah, but Shash,
Yeah.
to be honest, I think that was the entire talk of yesterday, right? I mean, Warner actually came out in the press conference and said, you know what, I take complete responsibility, okay, for that slow innings because
Yeah.
people like Kane Williamson, can you believe it? Even Kedar Jadhav, okay, they
Mm,
came towards the back end of the innings and started
17th
hitting
over.
boundaries from ball
yeah.
one. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, 57 or 55 balls, I think that actually put the brakes on SRH.
Yes, I would say, him being very honest about it is what something I appreciate. But then, yeah, his innings definitely stalled the progress of the SRH team. He was trying his best. You could see the amount of frustration he was like. He was just trying to hit the ball too hard. He was not able to connect. He himself told that he found quite a few fielders, which
Ah,
should have
Yeah.
gone to the boundaries.
mm,
So I would, on another point, I would say the planning from CSK was just excellent. In the first 6 overs, just going for 40 runs on that pitch,
mm,
it is a commendable job considering that if you see for both Bairstow and Warner, right, they
mm,
did not give any width. It was on the stumps, and they were making sure that. And Bairstow, he generally gets off to a flyer. Once he got his wicket, then you know that you could stall the momentum, and that's what happened. And they never let them off the hook in the entire innings except for those last 2 overs,
right.
and you
Yeah.
saw the result in the end.
Yeah. And that last 2 overs was when actually Williamson cut loose. Okay. And one was wondering, okay, why didn't this guy come a little bit earlier? Okay. All it just like, I mean, Shash touched upon the bowling. Okay. So how important is that spell from Deepak Chahar and Sam Curran? Okay. Because like last season, Chahar was not really getting the swing and he was not really picking up wickets. But suddenly, CSK seems to be bowling well, fielding well. My God. I mean, they seem to be in form, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Jas.
It
Go
was.
ahead.
It
Yeah.
was. No, I thought it was for Shaz.
No, for you. Yeah.
See, Deepak Chahar. If you see his trend, one match he is taking wickets, another match he is not taking wickets. So this way, if you see the trend, this is this way. One match he's playing good, another match he's not scoring good, not getting the wickets. So the ball, like when he get the swing, it's dangerous to play him. And initially, like I think Dhoni dropped the first catch.
Right.
Of
Yeah.
The first
Bairstow.
over
Of
itself.
Bairstow. Yes, correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bairstow. So if he gets the first wicket in first over, then he becomes dangerous. So I think
Right.
that's the time when Chahar loses confidence.
Yeah.
I
So
guess.
he gets the momentum, right? I mean, as
Yeah.
he's getting wickets, he gets the momentum, and that's when he actually picks up 2 or 3 in quick succession as well. All right, Sid. Okay, so it was a nice innings towards the end. Okay, so 171, they would have actually felt good going into the break. Okay, but talk about this guy, Faf du Plessis. Right now, he's the orange cap holder with 270 runs. He seems to be playing with a lot of freedom, right? Which was missing in the probably the last couple of years. Okay, so probably the pressure of being the South African captain is off. So now he knows that there are other seniors in the team. So he seems to be enjoying with all those catches and fielding and the shots that he plays. Wonderful to watch him, isn't it?
I think he walked into bat after that unbelievable high that he got after taking that catch.
Right.
That catch
He's
was
a gun fielder, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
phenomenal catch, but what a batsman! He is a brilliant batsman. We all know it. He's not been playing to the extent that he should have been playing, but now I think he's got very comfortable playing with Ruturaj Gaikwad, and there's a bit of good chemistry going on between those two. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of good understanding where they understand who needs to be the aggressor, who needs to be the anchor, and they're playing very good cricket, not necessarily playing rash shots. If you look at the way both of them have been playing, it's very calculated, zero on risk, but excellent in terms of composure, keeping the run rate going, and not playing any rash shots and losing the wicket. Awesome stuff by both these guys.
Yeah, very true. I mean, that was the opening partnership which actually sealed the deal for CSK, I would say.
Yeah, one word if you want to describe his knock would be fabulous.
Yeah.
You know, as they say.
Fabulous. Yeah, I mean, I'm not so good at English, Yash, but yeah, I
No,
think
no,
yeah.
No, this I actually took it from, they have this on the screen, right?
Yeah.
I've seen
That's
it
going to be
sometime back.
our thumbnail today. Fabulous.
Fabulous. Okay. All right.
Glad to have contributed.
So Shash, Sid touched upon that innings from Ruturaj Gaikwad. Okay.
Yeah.
Like first 3 matches he didn't perform. There was a cry to drop him and all of that. But it's wonderful to watch him bat. He's a touch player. I mean, like it's not like he smashes the
hitter.
ball hard or whatever it is. There's a kind of Mahela Jayawardena in him. I mean, I know it's too early to say that, okay, but the way he touches the ball, the caresses, the late cuts, I mean, he's a beautiful player to watch.
Yeah, as you mentioned, he's a very good timer of the ball. That was very evident even in yesterday's knock. He's not one of those big hitters, but then he will get you those boundaries that is required. And in the end, if the run rate is about 10, I mean, you're doing good most of the time. And as Sid mentioned, his camaraderie with Faf has been going good. I think they have a good understanding. And as you said, the pattern even in the last year as well, he did not perform for the first 3 games. But with Dhoni, once he backs talent, he doesn't, just let them go off the hook. So I think that is what he's been successful in doing even in the previous years, and that is reaping his rewards currently.
Yes, that
I
is
think one more thing I just want to add. It goes to show that an opening pair in the IPL doesn't necessarily have to be the 6-hitting pair. Like you see every other team, everyone has this 6-hitting batsman who's always trying to clear the boundary. But
like Warner and Bairstow.
Yeah, so these two are actually just playing, ball by ball, playing it down the ground, playing it in the gaps. Yesterday, Faf played a beautiful shot. He just played it in third man. I forgot to which bowler it was, but it was such a brilliant shot. That guy's bowling at 135, 140. This guy just played it.
I think Khalil, I guess.
Khalil, yes. He got an angle in and he just played it to third man. Khalil's like, shit, now what do I do? That's mind games, man. They're playing such intelligent cricket, and you don't need to be a strong batsman to actually score runs in the IPL.
Well said. So it's not nearly you should be having a lot of power to clear the boundaries, but as long as you're able to find the gaps, that is what is going to give you runs in the power play.
That's what Warner missed out on.
Yes,
Warner,
exactly.
to some extent Pandey, but I think he did quite well for a comeback game.
Right. Yeah, 61 of 46 is like actually not bad. Like considering that the batting depth is not so much. Okay, like he actually played a really good thing. So CSK go back to the top of the table, 5 wins out of 6, 5th straight win. and they are looking really, really strong this season.
Dominating, man.
Dominating.
And the net run
yeah.
rate is
Karthik, I'll have to give it to you. CSK is a team to beat this year, no doubt.
This year, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too good.
I
it's
mean,
just very scary, man, the way they're playing actually.
Too good,
yes.
too good.
It looks like they're playing like the CSK of old, right? I mean, that's a brand of cricket they actually popularized, and the best part was the fielding is also good. Okay, so
Fielding is
They have
amazing. Fielding
some,
was amazing.
Right.
Raina, Jadeja, Faf, Duplessis, you name them, these are all world-class fielders. And
fielders and
Their fielding is so
Even
good
Gaikwad
that
stopped 1-4. That was brilliant. Like
Right.
Sam threw it towards the keeper.
the fielding
Yes.
is so good that even Dhoni can afford to drop a catch.
exactly, and that
yeah,
was
and
a
he,
sitter.
and he can
Yeah.
also not perform also, with the bat. I'm just telling, like,
Okay,
Really?
just telling. Okay, all right, guys. Dhoni is going to come back soon, but we don't know when that soon is. But yeah, he will
doesn't
definitely come
matter
back
as
soon.
long as the team is winning.
Yeah, as long as
His
CSK is
presence is
winning.
more than enough.
Karthik, no,
for
pro
them.
Dhoni. Everything Dhoni.
Yeah, we don't care. Yeah, but that's true, isn't it? Because like, see, yeah, because like in the whole IPL, no, like the way Dhoni represents CSK, like that icon that he is, I don't think any other team has got that kind of thing. Yeah, there was Tendulkar, there was Ganguly for KKR, but over a
always-
prolonged period.
Also, this notion that the captain has to play and lead from the front and all that, right? This guy is just leading. He doesn't have to be in the front and the firing line. He's
He's
just
leading from behind the wickets, actually.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
He's
he's
been
getting
doing that quite well.
He's moving his pawns in the right place. Moeen Ali,
Right.
Sam, and all of them.
Just
Ruturaj
to-
Gaikwad now is his favorite go-to batsman with Faf. Imagine.
Yeah.
Just to add to that, Karthik, like
Mhm.
his thinking, man, while fielding, he had a field set for Warner, like there's a point and then there's a fielder right next to him as well.
Mm.
It's a very unusual field. He knows the strength of the batsman so well, and he's placed the field accordingly. You expect him to do these out of the box things. That's where he's very unique. And I'll tell you one thing, you don't have to be worried if he's not performing, because his presence is more than enough, and then there's enough depth in the team.
Right, and that is what CSK is
That's
benefiting from. And yeah, might be a little off topic, but talking about Dhoni, right? I think probably that's what someone like a Kuldeep Yadav is missing, right? Like someone like Chahal, okay, is missing, because like we've seen a lot of stump mic conversation wherein like like Dhoni says to Kuldeep, what, bowl here? He bowls exactly there, and he says
He gets the wicket.
there's going to be a catch in the slip, and there is a catch in the slip. So I
Yeah.
think probably Kuldeep is missing that guidance. But yeah, that's for another day. So moving on, guys. Today is a double header. We have a terrific Thursday coming up. Thursday, right? Yeah. Terrific Thursday coming up. So, Jazz, the
Yep.
Mumbai Indians are happy to get out of Chennai, and they have come to your place. So you planned any nice welcome for them?
Definitely, yes. Safe welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's most important.
Yes. No, but with respect to the cricket thing, things, I mean, they're playing in the slow and low tracks of Chennai. Okay, here's an interesting stat. Okay, in 2020, in the slog overs, they actually scored at 13.19. Okay, Pollard, Pandya, Krunal, and stuff. But in 2021, in the slog overs, they're scoring at 7.45. Right, so look at the difference, and that's why probably they
Almost
haven't been
half.
winning matches. Yeah, just half. So, Jazz, what do Mumbai Indians do to get out? I mean, change of venue definitely helps. So, what do they do to get out of the threat and play like Mumbai Indians again?
See, the bowling they have, it's one of the best in the complete IPL. All teams, if I say compared to all teams, they have the best bowling strength,
Right.
and they are utilizing it also. But sometimes we say luck is not favoring them, because you see some close matches and they lose.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think the way they are playing, they have to just continue it, stick to the basics. That's the best thing when you're losing. So they will get it. I think today Mumbai Indian is my pick. They will
All
win the
right. So,
match
Mumbai
for sure.
Indians are a champion side. Yeah.
Just adding to that, I think these guys need a little bit more time in the open to play and get going, because I don't think Pandya and Pollard have played so much that they're comfortable. They need to get that form in.
Right, because they're always coming in only at the 16th, 17th over,
You're
right?
expecting them to go all guns blazing. I think they need a little bit more time in the out in the open to maybe play a couple of deliveries, and then how Pandya is, he can clear anything around in the world.
Right.
Pollard, so we don't even have to start talking
Pollard
about
has to half time it, not even.
Once they unleash, then it's all hell for the opposition.
I mean, Pollard is a T20 behemoth, isn't it? He's played more than 520, 530 matches. Okay, in T20 cricket, which is a world record. All right.
My God.
So, Sid, we are nearing the halfway mark in the competition. Okay, so now that we know that CSK and RCB are all set to make the playoffs, okay, and probably Delhi Capitals will also be there with the kind of form that they're in. So this match becomes very important, isn't it? Okay, probably that fight for the fourth spot. Okay, so Mumbai Indians, Rajasthan Royals, they would definitely want to score a win over here.
Yeah, like you said, this is the second leg of the IPL, and teams want to enter it with a good record. They want to look at sealing the fourth place. The top two are more or less steady,
Finalized.
going
Yeah, we
steady.
still don't know.
Yeah. It's too early to say also, but at the same time, this is the turning point in most tournaments where the second leg more or less determines the top four. It's not about the past performance. So both Delhi Capitals versus KKR will want to try and make the most of it. I think everyone's going to be favoring Delhi. Yes, what do you say?
For sure.
For
See,
sure, is it?
when the match is between Bangalore and Delhi, you believe
Okay.
it or not, the last ball I was thinking, let's make Bangalore win, and Bangalore won the match by 1 run.
Jazz has
Okay.
some insane predictions. You should look at them.
So
Now
probably
we know why Bangalore won. Huh?
yeah. So probably he was the one who made that 6 into a 4 or something, you know.
Some
Probably
magic.
some fourth dimension, fifth dimension, something. All right. So Shash, we all know about Rajasthan Royals firepower, but okay, Josh Butler has had a indifferent season so far. Sanju Samson is blowing hot and cold. Okay, so I think high time the RR batting clicked and they scored that 200.
Yes, definitely. Considering how the pitch behaved yesterday as well, as you mentioned that it was not like the old Delhi wicket. There was decent bounce and pace, I would say, not like the old slow and low wicket. Yeah, as you talked about Josh Butler and Sanju, they have definitely not been performing as per their reputation. But good to see that Sanju played a sensible knock and got them a win last time. So that should give him confidence and express himself and make him play more freely in the coming games. Josh, we know like if he gets off to a start, it's difficult to stop him, and then that will provide the initial platform. So all the RR fans would be hoping that he would get going and help them
Just the
post
boss.
a good total.
Need that innings.
Okay,
Don't
yeah.
overdo.
An impact knock.
All right, so Josh would want to play like a boss today, and it's going to be a super contest between the Mumbai Indians and Rajasthan Royals. So coming to the evening match, Jazz. Okay, so your team, the Delhi Capitals, are taking on the Kolkata Knight Riders. So I'm sure they just had two cliffhangers. Okay, yeah. So one went to the super over, one went to the last ball. So
Yeah.
hoping for a quiet match, probably. Okay, probably a easier match wherein Delhi
Just
wins.
to add to that, as one of my friends said, that one run which they sort of got against SRH, that karma came back against RCB.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Just go ahead. Yeah. So hoping for a quiet match.
Yeah, it will be a fun for sure, because when Delhi plays, there will be a fun. So if you compare to Kolkata, so there are 2-3 players we need to look for that. Specifically Rahul Tripathi, who is in a good form, and Cummins, who is playing with both ball and bat, and great knock we saw a few matches back. And about Delhi batting, like we have a good strength, starting from the Gabbar, then Shaw.
Gabbar is always this guy's pick, right? Whatever
He's a
happens,
cool guy.
That's just like, yeah, Gabbar Singh. Yeah.
So we need to just keep the momentum going on. That's it. Otherwise, we have a backup Rishabh Pant, and Stoinis also played a very well inning in the last match.
Yeah.
So he coming back in form. So
That's
I think
really going to augur well. Yeah.
Yeah. And if we say about the Kolkata, Morgan is not playing the way he wants, the way he plays normally.
He's
Like
a man
we
of the
saw
match
one.
last time.
Yes.
Yeah,
We
but
saw
it was a
one good
measured
inning,
innings.
but after
I
a
got it,
long
yeah.
time.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
let's
So I think, yeah. So I think Jazz nailed it on the head. The openers have been performing really, really well for Delhi. And whenever they score a 50 partnership, they win, or they go on to win that match. But Sid, on the other hand, Kolkata, they would want to settle that top three, right? The openers, okay. I mean, Nitish Rana, like he's giving a start, but not so fast. Gill has had an off season so far. Okay, so they would definitely want to get that start at the top because they have the firepower in the middle.
The top is most important. One, they have to capitalize on the power play, make the most of it, score as many runs. Gill, unfortunately, hasn't been performing. Maybe it's his day today, you never know. Nitish Rana just has to get going. My God, if those two stay in play, every ball is going to go for a 4 or a 6. It's that kind of potential that these guys have. They should look at aiming for at least 65 to 70 runs in the opening power play. And they're sorted, because then the body will start contributing for Kenya.
Yeah, and especially with Russell slowly coming back to form, I think it's going to be a treat to watch. All right, Shash. So we have the bowlers as well. Okay, there's Sunil Narayan, there's Varun Chakravarti. Okay, so two mystery spinners. Okay, so it's a lot to look forward to, right? When they are bowling, and like how the likes of Rishabh Pant, okay, or probably Shimran Hetmeyer, okay, how they tackle it. So are you excited about that battle?
Yes, definitely. One thing I would like to add is when Varun comes to bowl and Karthik is commentating, no, I think you would be very happy because it almost feels like some Tamil dialogues are going on in between. So, yeah, I mean, he's a mystery spinner. It's unfortunate that Varun, even though he got a chance to be in the Indian squad, couldn't play because of the yo-yo test. But I think he's done really well considering that, he's just played, this is second season, right? And he's become their go-to bowler. And Narayan, both of them add mystery, as you said. And it'll also be interesting to see how Rishabh Pant, recuperates from the last game. In the sense, he was so close, but he did make some mistakes. But I think he's learning. So that is the bright aspect. So it'll be a very interesting game, is what I would like to say.
So Rishabh Pant learning is a bright aspect for India. And yeah, as you said, it's going to be very interesting to see how he recovers from that loss as a captain. Okay, and probably how he manages his bowlers this time around. So that is going to be a terrific match. I'm sure Jazz is all set and ready, and probably has called over his friends.
I think he's
over
come with
Zoom,
a Delhi
probably.
uniform, right?
That's my own. That's my own.
Okay.
All
With
right.
my
So
name on the back.
yeah, so Delhi Capitals, one would say start favorites with all the firepower that we have, but you never know. A cornered Kolkata Knight Riders can be as dangerous as any team in the IPL. So, guys, remember this is going to be the link to predict your man of the match for both the matches, and remember to predict before the start of the second innings of each match. So, coming to yesterday's match, Sid, any guesses? I don't have the chits.
No one got it right.
Okay.
Who won the? Was it
One,
Ruturaj?
Yeah, it was Ruturaj Gaikwad was the man of the match, and can you believe it? We had only one right prediction.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, and we have the man right here on your screen.
Wow.
All right, so congratulations, Jazz, for winning the prediction yesterday. Do well, and guys, as always, enjoy the cricket. There's a lot of cricket coming today, guys. This Pakistan is playing a test match against Zimbabwe at Harare. All right, so Sri Lanka have started off pretty well against Bangladesh. So a lot of cricket to look forward to if you are a fan. And as always, IPL is always there. So enjoy the cricket, guys, and have a lot of fun. Cheers.